Hello, welcome to Liz Rocks and Stuff. I'm Liz, and if you can't hear it, I'm getting over a cold and my voice is not great. So, this is episode 91 of What's in My Tumbler, and we are going to start out with Obsidian. This is the last of my Obsidian, and it is going into final polish. So, for those of you tired of seeing me tumble Obsidian, good news, it's almost over. So, this is getting rinsed off from the stage 3 grit, and then I'm going to do a quick check, make sure nothing's chipped or broken, just like you're supposed to. And then I'll get it into a soap cycle. And because my voice is hurting and coughing, by the way, I'm probably going to take a few breaks in this video today. All right, so now I'm going to add in the water and give it a tablespoon of ivory soap. And then I'm going to let it tumble for a few hours. It was my normal tumbling today, so, 6 hours or so. And I don't know where it is, but you will hear the puppy whining and barking. She has become comfortable and is now voicing her opinion much more often when she doesn't get her way. So she's adorable, though. Get that tumbling for a few hours. It definitely needed a bath. That's some pretty dark foam there. So then we're going to get this all rinsed off and get it going in the stage 4. All right, now that it is all rinsed off, we're going to get this back in the barrel, and I'm just going to make sure that I spill as much of this media as I possibly can on the other side of the barrel where I can't really see it. That's kind of my goal here, and I think I did really well with that. All right, so now we're going to fill that up and do a tablespoon of borax and a tablespoon of stage 4 grit. And these are ready to go for a week. All right, now we're going to look at the last of my walk in the park. So this is flower agate and pigeon blood jasper. And same as with the obsidian, this is in stage 3 going into stage 4, so this will be done next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for my barrels next week. I'm probably almost certainly going to have one barrel that is the Fossil 3 the second Fossil subscription box. I'll do the petrified wood and the seam agate. The purite is too soft to tumble with those. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with that. I'm trying to decide if I want to tumble it with fluorite, which is the same hardness, or if I want to try and do them by themselves. I don't know yet. But anyway, this is me inspecting, making sure nothing is chipped or broken, and everything is looking good. Get ready for the cutest little puppy temper tantrum you've ever heard. All right, so now we're going to put in a tablespoon of ivory soap so that this can tumble in a soap cycle for a bit. And now we're going to get it all rinsed out and get this into the stage 4 polish so that it can come out of polish next week. I'm kind of excited to see how this stuff turns out. The last batch turned out really great, and I think these are going to be just as good. So I think it'll be fun and interesting. And moving on to Purple People Eater, this is the red and blue tiger's eye that is finished this week. So this is a finished batch of this. I do have another batch to run. And I will say, I didn't mention it earlier because I wasn't sure how it would turn out. But I was a little concerned that this barrel was not as full as I usually like my barrels to be. And I was right to be concerned about this. They're still shiny. They still look okay. But they are a little bit banged up and bruised. And you'll see those in the final pictures that I post. I could fix it if I wanted to. Send these back to stage 1. I'm not really sure it's really worth that. I'll see how this batch turns out, and then I'll decide. I don't know that I'll run these on camera, though. I might just put them in my little 1-pounder and let them run on their own. But like I said, they're a little banged up. They're a little bruised. By no means are they the worst I've ever had, but they're not as good as I would like them to be. So we're going to put them in through a burnish cycle. And there are 2 pieces of quartz in here too, and the quartz are really bruised up. So I actually threw those into the new barrel as part of the filler for that, to try and help, because that barrel, I didn't have enough to fill a whole barrel with that either. But we're going to get these all rinsed off and then bring them over to get dried out. So I'm going to sort them out really quick. My intention was blue on the right, red on the left. It all kind of started bleeding together at some point. Enjoy me sorting rocks at normal speed. Those 2 in the upper left, those are the 2 pieces of quartz, smoky quartz that got thrown in here, that got really banged up. I didn't take any final shots of them because they just did not look good. But that's because I just didn't have enough barrels, or enough rocks in my barrel. So get these all dried off. And then that's a piece of the blue. The edges are where you'll see the bruising the most. This is a piece of red. And the gold was from one of my advent calendars, so I didn't really care how it turned out. It just got thrown in at some point. And it's all right. But you can see the bruising on the blue there, as well as on the red here. Like I said, still shiny, just not as good looking as I would like them to be, so I'll probably just leave them as they are. But this is the last of my purple tiger's eye, so the red and blue tiger's eye. It was probably maybe 50% or maybe 60% full, so I threw in those 2 quartz and the rest of the gravel from the last batch, and then we're going to give it a tablespoon of borax and 3 tablespoons of stage 2 grit, and these are going to be ready to go for a week, and hopefully they will turn out better than the first batch. And finally, we have Opal Serpent, which is actually Moonstone Serpent. So this is green serpentine and moonstone. And these are relatively soft rocks. I think I'm going to end up putting them through an extra stage just to see if it helps them. They're shaping up very quickly, which I probably should have anticipated. I was a little surprised when I saw how much they had shaped up and lost. The serpentine especially lost a lot of mass. But quite honestly, I'm not that concerned about it. I got this stuff just to see what it's like. I've never tumbled it before, so this is sort of an experiment for me to see what it does. But a lot of these rocks were ready to move on, and a lot of that moonstone has a really nice flash on it. I've tumbled moonstone before that didn't have any at all, and I was kind of disappointed. But some of these pieces have a really nice flash, so I think this will be a good batch, even though I'm probably going to wear all the serpentine down to nothing by the end. I don't have a whole lot of hopes that the serpentine's going to get shiny. I think it's too soft for that. It's just not the right kind of rock. Maybe if I had a vibratory tumbler, it would work, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get them shiny in a rotary tumbler, which I know is amazing because I get some soft rocks shiny in a rotary tumbler, and I don't know how I do it. It's just magic, I guess. But we'll see. I'm just it feels like the ruby and zoisite that I tumbled that ended up not being so great. But we're going to get all of this sorted out. And then I'm going to put some more filler in here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is throw in the last of the serpentine that I have. And then I'm going to put in a bunch of this aquarium gravel. This may be a mistake. The aquarium gravel may be too hard and may be causing a lot of issues. I don't know. We're going to see. But I have a bunch of it. So I put in the aquarium gravel to fill that up a bit and hopefully cushion it. And now we're going to fill that up with water. I'm also going to put my reddies in water as well. And then a tablespoon of borax, 3 tablespoons of stage 1 grit, and then these are ready to go. So anyway, thanks for watching my video and dealing with my sick voice. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you back next week. Like and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and hope you have a good week.